Welcome back. I believe you are wowed and challenged at the same time, especially if you thought of being an actor, actress, or even part of the crew. Moving on, in every career, we are ever curious to find out if being an actor is sustainable or not, and what skills do I require in order to stand out as an actor. And yes, there is to this week's episode. I introduce you to the trending career segment, where we look at the career profiles of personalities who made news during the past week. But first, say so far, you've been acting for 10 years now. What has been the highlight for you in your acting career? Maybe also the number of awards you might have won, probably, and also the other programs that you have acted in.
Yes.
Yeah.
As we speak right now, in my career, I feel as if I'm at the epitome. I'm the highest point of where I would have been, like 3 years back. Because the problem is I left Tahiti for 3 years. To me, it feels like a setback. But thank God, because I would have maybe made the wrong choices and maybe would have not learned so many things about life itself. Because the 3 years gap really taught me a lot of things. Okay, I learned how to watch. I learned how to listen. I learned so many things when I was outside. When you're outside the picture, it's easier for you to understand and see. So that when you come back into the picture, you can actually say, oh, there's this and this and this and this is how we can do. Yes. So unfortunately, I was not able to get awards. I left just before I was nominated, But I told God, there's no problem. The next time I get on board, now we shall talk about that. But I think for my career right now, I feel as if I'm hitting the right notes and I'm headed the right direction. Yes.
But this is a question that most people usually ask in any career,
Yes.
Does acting pay? That is a question that we should really look at,
Yes.
So does acting pay? Is it sustainable if it was to go into it as a career?
As I mentioned earlier, this industry is growing. Back then, it wasn't as good as now. Now it's paying somehow. Okay, but we are working hard to push this industry to get to a level where you can educate your children with acting, you can pay your bills, you can build your house, but it takes a lot, It takes a lot of effort, resources, energy, time, okay, to really get there. But once you're there, at least things become easier, because there is me as a character, Anthony Njuguna, I'm a Escobar, and there's another character who is doing more or less the same character, but you'll find our pay grade might be different, maybe because of the production budget, maybe because of the production company, how it pays, and so on and so forth. But I will say, for me, I'm looking forward to more growth. But where I am right now, I thank God. I thank God.
So probably there's someone at home maybe watching, and they haven't done acting as a course in campus. They haven't done theatre and film, but they want to do acting as a career. They have the talent, and the passion for it.
Yes.
So what should they do to give themselves an edge compared to those people who have actually done theatre film? Maybe for you, what have you done to give yourself an edge, considering you actually didn't do theatre and film?
Yes. What other skills? No, acting alone is a skill, and that's the main skill. You might have other skills, but if you want to do acting, just know that acting is the main skill. You don't need the others are virtues, are characters, but acting is the main skill. And this skill is something you perfect with time. Like filming, script writing is a skill. You don't need to be a script writer for you to be an actor. If you want to do script writing, then you start writing scripts. But acting itself is a skill. You need to perfect that skill with time, because that skill has so many things inside. Okay, how to handle the situations in terms of characters. You might be given a script, but a script is not enough if you don't know how to execute it. You must have a way around to bring life out of these lines that you're reading It's not just reading like I see most of people do. It's just you watch some guys and you're wondering, this person is just reading. No, you must feel it in you. When you feel it in you, that's when you give out your best. Okay? If not so, you will not have achieved anything. You'll just be like an ordinary guy who's doing an ordinary job, not because even they love it. It's just because they are maybe paying their bills or something. I don't want to say that it does. It's bad. It's not bad because we need to pay bills and everything. But the biggest skill you need if you want to be an actor is acting itself. Read about it, talk about it, research about it. Nowadays we have internet. The world is a global village. You can know what Kevin Hart did yesterday. You can know what Kim Kardashian did yesterday. All the many actors and everything, from reality TV to comedy to action. There are so many. It's diverse. So the most important thing is, if you're an actor, acting is your main skill. Perfect it. For me, I've perfected several skills, like acting, directing, script writing. I've really, in the few coming years, we will have more sittings like this, and I'll be able to tell you what I've achieved in the years I've been around. So the skill you need the most if you want to be an actor is how to act itself. If you know how to act, then you're good. You don't need to know how to eat. You can act how to eat.
True. True.
That's the thing. Yes.
So probably as we wind up, I am meant to know that you are a very, let's say, quotey person. So I happened to, these are your words, so I'll just read them. You could just read them. So the first quote that really intrigued me was, if you live in the presence of something, you become it.
Yes.
So tell us, how does that quote apply to your career?
If you live with leaves, you'll become a thief. If you live with professors,
true.
Trust you me, one way or another you'll become a professor. Okay?
Yes.
If you live with people who have a positive kind of thinking, you'll actually find every time you have a positive, people will see you as a different person.
Yes.
So when you live with this particular grouping, eventually you'll become it.
Yes.
The disciples of God, of Jesus, walked with him.
Yes.
Eventually they were blessed.
Yes.
With the Holy Spirit.
Yes.
If you live in the presence of something, you become it.
Yes. And now on to the second quote. For you to go to let me take that again. For you to go where you have never been, you must do what you have never done.
Yes.
How does that apply to your career?
Now, this is what I was actually talking about.
Yes.
If you've never taken a flight to anywhere, just go to JK. I am up Wilson kwa hiyo fence. Angalia ndege. Kapo tu. Even don't move. Just admire the planes. And one day, trust you me, if you want to fly in that plane, you shall fly. Because you will find your way through. Okay? For you to be where you've never been, you have to do what you have never done. Because it's because you have not done something, you're not where you're supposed to be. You have not gone for any audition and you're claiming you want to be an actor. Now, how will that work? Manna doesn't fall from heaven nowadays. You have to go for it. Yes.
On the Trending Careers segment this week, we look at the career path of Sarah Jepkemboi Chumo Serem, otherwise known to the public as Sarah Serem. She was the chair of the Salaries and Remuneration Commission until December last year.
Sarah Serem, before taking up the helm of the Remuneration Commission, she was the founder of YoungBiz, a multinational trading company that sharpens entrepreneurship skills in young people. And she was the Deputy Human Resource Officer at the Kenya Post Office Savings Bank. During her time at the bank, she was instrumental in spearheading the professionalism and capacity building in which contributed to the bank's growth. Before that, Sarah Serem was a personal officer at the Kenya Post and Telecommunication Corporation. As we talk of all her managerial positions, Sarah Serem also offered her wisdom and knowledge to Mobius Sugar Company Limited, where she served as the non-executive director.
Well, what a career profile. I believe you are as curious as I am to know what course she pursued before taking up these positions in the well-known institutions.
The former SRC chair Sarah Serem holds an undergraduate degree in Bachelor of Arts in Sociology and Political Science from the University of Nairobi and a Master's in Business Administration in Human Resource from the same institution.
The same is being abused. SRC has an obligation to not only set but also to regularly review. And that now forces us to go back to the drawing board to look at the very same usage, look at areas of abuse, and perhaps seal it so that we limit the abuse. But over and above that, I think the worrying thing here is, shouldn't the leaders themselves be leading on integrity?
I hope you are wowed as I am. As they always say, education is a guide that leads one to various prosperous paths. Well, that marks the end of our show today. My name is Purity Mukuhe, and I would love to hear from you. Our Facebook page is Elimu Nguvu. Until next time, keep it KUTV. I leave you with words of wisdom by our guest Anthony Kyule.
Talking about you have to make a move, you know. If you've never taken a flight to anywhere, just go to JKIA hapo Wilson kwa hiyo fence, angalia ndege kaa hapo tu, even don't move, just admire the planes nini, and one day, trust you me, if you want to fly in that plane, you shall fly, because you will find your way through. Okay, for you to be where you've never been, you have to do what you have never done, because it's because you have not done something, you're not where you're supposed to be. You have not gone for any audition and you're claiming you want to be an actor. Now, how will that work? A manna doesn't fall from heaven nowadays. You have to go for it. Yes. No, there are some things in life that I don't know how they operate, but as children, we listen to our parents more. I urge young guys to listen to themselves. Okay? You'll be told your uncle was a banker, your auntie was a banker. If you finish this thing, we have connections all over. You will become a banker. You get me? But deep down in your mind, you know how to play guitar. You know how to sing. You lock yourself in your bedroom, you play your guitar, you feel the chords, you feel everything. So listen to yourself first. It's better for you to pick a music class than a finance class. Because one way or another, the accountant or the whoever, the banker, and the musician will be at par. But there's one where you'll be at home, where you'll feel comfortable, everything will be easy. There's someone who loves finance. When you tell them about music and acting, that's shagara bagara. I'll work in the bank and make money and buy a TV 100 inches and watch you. What will you do? Because that's what they love. They love mathematics. You know, I don't know why I'm just talking about the accounting and acting and everything, but there are so many other fields in which we can talk about. The livestock, the vet doctor, you know, they are in love with animals. I'll rather treat animals. There's someone who has been called, like I had, nursing is a calling. You need to be in that zone because the things you'll see there, not everybody can handle, you know. So basically, listen to yourself first. Sometimes people might want you to be something that you're not meant to be. Just listen to yourself, think critically, and you'll see your path. But above all, pray. Yes, when you pray, prayers move mountains, bana. Yes.